We are very glad to see you all here in this information session that we are conducting between several of the people that are involved within this program. We will talk in English. As you know, this is a program that people to apply need to be bilingual. They need to speak both Portuguese and English. And today it's going to be mainly in English. Why? Because the sessions will be in Portuguese, the clarification sessions, the inspiration sessions, but all the online learning will be in English because it is coming from the United States, from a university. So this is why. And we have several players here to introduce to you. We have Penny Reckemer, American Embassy's Public Affairs Officer, that will talk more about the program. Penny?
Okay, thank you, Katarina. Yes, my name is Penny Reckemer, and I'm the Public Affairs Officer at the U.S. Embassy in Lisbon. As you can see, working from home. I just want to tell you a little bit about this program so you can all understand how big it is and how important this project is, not only to the embassy, but to the State Department in general. So this program is one program of many that are trying to empower women. And so the Academy for Women Entrepreneurs was launched in 2019 to get more women realizing their ideas that they've maybe had, on the back burner. Maybe they've had it in their head, but they haven't had the opportunity or maybe the skills to make their dreams come true. So we're here to help that along. And this is, so we'll talk a little bit more about some of the details, but this program, like Katarina said, is based on it's an English curriculum called Dream Builder. And it's a massive online open course, which was developed at Arizona State University's Thunderbird School of Management. And what it aims to do is give women those skills that they need to either grow their business or develop their business. And what is unique about how we're doing this program is that we have facilitators. And we wanted to work with Impact Hub. This is one of 50 countries where this program exists. And we wanted to work with Impact Hub because we already know that they can train entrepreneurs. We've through our colleagues, through other contacts, we know how great that they can implement this program. And at the embassy, we have a small staff, so we can't dedicate the time and resources that we need to do the full facilitation. And so I'm going to turn it over to Francesco Rocca, who is our partner at Impact Hub. And then he's going to introduce his colleagues, but he's going to talk to you about Impact Hub's role in the Academy for Women Entrepreneurs.
Thanks a lot, Penny. Well, from our side, I think it's a pleasure to have the chance to partner with the embassy in this project, because I think it really brings the work we've been doing in the last year on female entrepreneurship and supporting entrepreneurs to another level, because we used to do projects here in Portugal where we focus on supporting and community building and try to really foster this ecosystem of entrepreneurship. And I think being part of this global initiative, it's really beneficial not only for us that have the chance to actually tackle and invite great speakers, as you will see also today from this session, where we have the chance to invite Maria Miguel, but as well to really be part of a larger community. So what I think we're trying to do with this program, it's you will see the modules have the objective of giving you the knowledge and the training, but what is really unique about the project is the fact that the facilitators kind of take the knowledge you already have inside of you and bring you together in groups and sessions where you're going to be basically the one who are bringing more content and more material to be shared. And it's a lot about the experience. So you will need to have your time at home to work on your business. And this is actually one of the requirements. You don't need to have already a set up business. You can also just have an idea. what we want to support are those people that are starting. So you need to have less than 2 years of open business to actually join. And what we try to do is to connect you with other female entrepreneurs that are going through the same path. And what we believe is that the power of your connection, the community, and supporting each other will be what you will, what can support you in getting to the next step. And we will have a combination of the online training you will need to do at home, a facilitated session in groups of 25 people. Then we will also provide you with mentoring session to have more one-on-one support. And we will also, we decided in this edition to give also some coaching circles, because we think it's important not only to work on your business, but also to work on you as an entrepreneur, as a person who needs to actually get that support. So we'll have 13 weeks of trainings, and then we will also have 3 coaching sessions and mentoring session on one-on-one. And the idea is to prepare you to kickstart and actually get the hands dirty with your business. And the project will finish with a demo day where we will ask you to present the project that you have been working during this month. And the idea is to support, thanks to the financial seed funding that the embassy is giving to the 3 finalists, to actually give you the financial stability to dedicate all your time to the business. So what I think it's relevant is you need to remember that you need to be committed to take part in the project. You need to be also motivated to get to know everyone else, to share your ideas, and to really take it as an opportunity to learn. And what we're trying to do is, we're not getting you through a normal business school. We're really doing something which is more hands-on, which is more practical, which is more like solving your question, your feedbacks, your doubts, and kind of supporting you more one-on-one. And this is what we want to do at Impact Hub, and this is our mission. We've been doing it in the last 4 years, and this is also why I think it's beneficial to work with these players, with these partners, as the US Embassy and as the facilitators that you will now have the chance to get to know. And I think it's an honor for us to run this program, and I hope you will take advantage and like it as much as we are liking in designing it for you. I think I will pass the word to Catarina Martins, who is our program manager and leader of the face of this project also here inside the hub. Catarina?
Thank you, Francesco. We have several faces here. You can see, I can present a bit the team. You have Liliana, Catarina, also facilitators. And behind the scenes, you also have more people that are helping to make this happen. So thank you all for being involved in this project. And thank you to the participants, because you will make this happen. We will create as much as possible a sense of community between us and take advantage of the network that will be created, and all your inputs will be helpful to your teammates also. And as is usually typical in female programs, we will help each other grow and create a good community, hopefully. I've been doing several programs, entrepreneurship programs, and in other projects, being an entrepreneur in bike sharing and events and so on. Also, I've been replying to your messages and emails, so by now I know a bit what are the usual questions that I can tell you and try to answer here. So we have, for example, the idea that a team needs to be only composed by females. No, you can have also males or young females, older females in your team. It's okay. It's an application based on the person that it's applying. So that person will be with us, and other people can be in the project, can be also enrolled in the project together or outside, and still have this person as a vehicle to know what's going on and to work on the program. Also, you can be an association, you can be a cooperative, or you can intend to be in the future any of these entities and still only be in an idea phase. Just on the application, explain as much as possible your personal situation. And, you know, this will be both English and Portuguese for projects that will be implemented in Portugal. Okay, so this is very important for us. And I will give the word to our one of our facilitators, that's Liliana, that has worked with us in other programs also, and she can better present herself. Liliana?
Thank you, Katarina. And I'm very, very, glad and happy to be joining this team and also this first edition of all. And to my background, I'm a psychologist, so you can count on me to help you with your emotions and, coping and being resilient all the time during the process. I'm also an entrepreneur. I founded my own company back in 2019. So I'm within the 2 years frame, but I've been, always relating, my focus in terms of business has always been the, well-being at work and psychosocial risk assessments and consultancy to companies. But on the side, I'm passionate about female empowerment. And I've been joining some organizations, and I'm also a corporate ambassador, also related to Impact Hub, because we are also having some events related to Driven Woman Network, which is all about female empowerment and also the possibility to create value through business. And of course, creating impact, because also we are at Impact Hub always concerned about this new way of doing business, and we really would like to work with you in this way. So that's it, I think, I will then pass my word to Katarina, the facilitator on the team. Katarina.
Hi everyone. Really happy to be here. I'm the third facilitator. So my name is Katarina. I'm the second Katarina. My background is in journalism. I've been all around the world working with media, journalism, and innovation, especially with early stage and startup projects. And I'm currently also a facilitator in innovation processes and also helping people and companies putting their new ideas into place, and also regarding social impact. So I like to combine both the entrepreneurship part and also how can you have a positive impact in the world and help us grow and achieve the best we can also as people. So what I'm hoping that we will be doing for the next 13 weeks with the ones the participants, right, is that we can create a nice community of people who are confident, of people who want to also take other women further, and of new and innovative ideas. Yeah, and that's it. And now I pass it to Madalena Veloso from the embassy.
I'm here to introduce one of our alum, Maria Miguel, who has participated in a United States government-sponsored program. She is very active as a entrepreneur. And she is currently the advisor to the Minister of Culture. She was the founder and director of Startup Portugal. She was also the founder and managing director of Too Small to Fail, a company focusing on helping startups to grow. So she has a lot of experience. She was also an advisor to the Minister of Economy on public policies to foster entrepreneurship. She was also one of the authors of a book collection entitled Alma do Negócio. So with all this background and having participated in one of our programs, I would like to ask Maria Miguel what impact that participation had in your professional career, now also being part of the alumni network family, if you can share with these women that are going to be also alumni of United States government programs. This one, in this case, all. And if you could share also what it means to be an entrepreneur, since you have so much experience in that ecosystem. So thank you for being with us, Maria Miguel, and I pass the word to you.
I thank you, Madalena, for such an exhaustive introduction of my curriculum. It's quite an honor to be here addressing you today. Right now, I'm working in the Ministry of Culture, and what I do is try to bring some of the lessons learned with the entrepreneurial community to the arts and culture community. It's quite a challenge, I must tell you. Addressing the first question Madalena asked me about the impact that being sponsored by the US government in a project had in my life. Well, the project that I was sponsored took me to the United States along with a group of Portuguese people from different entrepreneurial roles across the country. And we visited several communities from, I don't know, Washington, Cincinnati, Kalamazoo. Well, we visited, I think, 6 different communities, and they all had totally different profiles of entities who would support entrepreneurs. And at the time, I was working with the Portuguese government in the Ministry of Economy, and we were trying to design public policies to make life easier for entrepreneurs in Portugal. So it was really, really, really important for me to be able to learn what was happening in so many different communities. How were they supporting both the government authorities, the partners, the accelerators, the incubators, the universities. And a lot of these communities had programs that were directed at women, and that was also very, very impressive to see, you know, a very vibrant entrepreneurial community of female entrepreneurs. And when we came back from this program, from this opportunity, one of the things we did in Portugal was try to create some benefits for women entrepreneurs, especially in tech, because we didn't have women in tech. Now, happily, 5 years later, we have some more. But at the time, even getting women to enroll in, I don't know, coding lessons, coding training was very hard. And this was really important at the time for me, this kind of benchmark, but also the network that I developed during this opportunity. And being an alumni of this network has proved very, very, very important in the past few years. And now I'll step into the second question that Madalena asked me about what's it like being an entrepreneur. As Madalena said, I started my own company, and so I was an entrepreneur myself, and also I worked with entrepreneurs. I was in Startup Lisbon as a, you know, my company was there, and I worked with entrepreneurs every day. They were my clients from my company. And if I had to say 2 things that I think are really, really important, especially if you're on a early stage of your project, of your business, one of them is talk to as many people as you can about your idea. Don't worry about anyone stealing your idea. You need feedback in an early stage. You need as much feedback as you can get. Of course, it's important to pick people who will, you know, provide some relevant feedback, but talk to as many people and start explaining as soon as you can what you want to do, what your idea is, because the easier it becomes for you to pitch your idea and your business, the sooner you'll realize what you have to change and what you have to correct. And so to get feedback and to talk to a lot of people, it's very important to have a network, a very diverse network. And being in this program and in partnership with the US Embassy and becoming an alumni of this network will give you that. And the second thing I would say is, you know, yesterday I was on Clubhouse, the app that everybody's talking about right now, and I was listening to Miguel Santamaru, which is the founder of one of the first unicorns, the first startups unicorns in Portugal, Uniplaces, and they were asking him about his biggest mistake in his life as an entrepreneur, and it was all about picking the wrong people, selecting the wrong people to work for him or letting them leave also for partners. You know, if you're going to develop a project, you're going to need a lot of partners to help you in your path. So picking the right people and surrounding yourself with the right people, either to work with you or to be partners of your business, once you start to actually grow your project, it's going to become one of the most challenging and important things. And once again, having a big network and being part of an alumni network such one as this is, it can be really, really helpful when you get to that stage. So I think I'm gonna give it back to Catarina.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you. I've been answering your questions also on chat. So thank you for being here. Maybe we can talk a little bit more on the last 8 minutes about it. Penny, Francesco, do you think we have something else to say about this program?
I know I always have something to say about this program. I really, when the State Department said that they were going to launch this program, I was really excited about it because we do have a lot of opportunities through the State Department, but we hadn't really had anything quite like this. And I think it actually is well suited to adult women who have lives going on, but want to, you know, they want to work on their business. They want to be able to empower themselves even more. And so I think that this was really a great way to sort of be able to do that without having them to necessarily take weeks and weeks off from a job to do an exchange, or you know, to have to take a pause in whatever career they may be in order to go to school, if it was graduate school, business school, or whatever. So I was really excited about this, and to see, I'm looking at the images on the screen, and it really makes me excited to think that, you know, I can't wait to hear about their, you know, what they want to do. And I'm looking forward to having that interaction with the women who are chosen to be those participants. And like Maria said, you know, once you become a part of that alumni network, we don't let you go. So it's not 13 weeks and you're done. We'll keep calling on you, and we'll keep you in our network. And so I hope if there are any questions out there that you're asking Katarina, or if you have any other questions to me directly or to any of us, that you feel like you can ask them now and not fill Katarina's email box after this.
Most questions are about the application.
Oh, okay.
About the pitch, for example, if it's going to be in English or in Portuguese, we suggest that the pitch will can be in both languages, but if you do it in English, you can show your proficiency on that language, and the rest of the application, you can show your proficiency in Portuguese by applying in Portuguese. So, and on the pitch, there's no structure now. So on this video, we want to get to know you. So, and the energy passes better, of course, in person, but that's not possible now. So we have video, yeah. And then we can understand who's behind this application. And of course, we told you through this session, what are the main guidelines. So this is not to be super structured, super close. If you are 1 year younger, 1 year older, or if you have a particular situation where you stopped your project and started again, and therefore maybe it started a bit, it has been more than 2 years into the making, just explain it on the application, because we will look to all the applications one by one, and we'll try to understand the story behind it and who you are. So feel free to explain. We are all people here, and again, I'm looking forward to this community being built. I think this is the main value that you can take out of this program, is the community that we will build, and of course the business plan that we also will be working on. And Liliana has taken the microphone off, so.
I'd like to just, add on what you are saying and also connect with what Penny was just referring. And then a question about maternity and everything. So just saying that this program is for women. So we understand the current situation and whatever, the age of your kids, or if you're not a mother, but you're looking at, different possibilities in terms of your employment, creating a side hustle, starting from the ground with an idea. This is for you. This is why it's for female entrepreneurship. It's women entrepreneurship. So it's really easy to follow the program. Of course, we count on you, as Francesco said, to be part, to fully be available for the live sessions, but also for the online learning sessions, the Dream Builder. And I just would like to tell you that I've just finished the Dream Builder myself for my own business, which is a phenomenal tool, which is very fun, full with stories of entrepreneurs. So it's not something, very techy. It's something very, very, dynamic, and you are going to fulfill all your business plan as long as you hear narratives, you see examples, you think about your business, and you're always applying to your own business. And, after each section, you already fulfill part of your business plan. And I think this is a major breakthrough, because all the accelerations that we can conceive, if you can do this on the side and when you're available, in the night, in the early morning, whatever. So it's really designed for women, and we count on you to fully participate using these tools.
Yeah, actually, Katarina, I can also say one thing that I received also some messages regarding application, and for me, just wanted to give two last key learnings. The first one, we're actually not assessing your business in the application as much as we're assessing you as a person. So we're actually selecting more on the attitude, who you are, what are you bringing, what's actually the engagement and the energy. And this is why we ask for a video. We're not asking for a pitch deck to select you. We don't think that you need to have a set of business to join the program. We really want to give, and this is also about inclusivity and equal opportunities, to someone who didn't have the chance to go maybe to a business school, to learn, and to learn in a very hands-on and practical way. So it's very important that the pitch, it's as natural as it can be. Like, we're not asking you to come up with a crazy PowerPoint. We just want to see your face and the way you're talking and how engaged you want to be with the program. So it's a lot, we're selecting a lot about on attitude rather than skills. So this is the first thing that the program is about. And the second one, that also what Liliana was saying and connects to what Penny said at the beginning, there are tons of online courses. And I think now in the pandemic, it boomed. You could actually just stay on YouTube or on Coursera and just go through every business course, read the manual. But most of the time, it's not about reading the content, but you're just stuck in something and you need to ask it to someone. And your neighbor or the person who's taking the course with you can accelerate and just give you some tips, some advices, as Maria was also saying before, when she joined the session, and the CEO from, I'm missing the name. Maria, what was the name? Student?
No.
No, the unicorn.
Oh, Miguel Santamano.
Yeah. He was just saying, okay, from Uniplaces, this is the tip. This is my experience, and this is what I think we really want to work on. Is you can ask to someone who already had the chance to go through that a small hint, and this is kind of, we want to give you the shortcuts, not to give you a manual or a 500 pages book to read. That's not what we are aiming for. So just apply.
And do you mind if I just hit on a couple of points that Francesco said as well? So one of the things, we've been doing these massive online open courses through the State Department for almost 10 years, I think. And so, I mean, a lot of universities have. And why we decided to do facilitated training is because what all universities realized is that the completion level is really low when you don't have facilitators. And then to have facilitators at this level, it's fantastic. And so this is the reason that we chose to go with a facilitated program, because we've had this experience doing different types of courses in different settings, but we wanted women to succeed. And the only way to do it is to have that facilitation and then to have that interaction. And so we couldn't be happier about that. Oh, and then I did want to say something about the video for your application. Just be yourself. And I understand how difficult it can be. I'm speaking in English because I just learned Portuguese before I arrived here. And so especially for your introduction, if you feel more comfortable in Portuguese and that's really going to show who you are, do it in Portuguese. You know, because we want to meet you. We want to know who you are. And I completely understand, because trust me, if you were to listen to my Portuguese right now, I would have a very different personality. So I do understand that. And I think we all understand that, but just know that the course material is in English. So you'll have to be able to understand that fully. Okay, that's it for me.
Thank you, Penny. Let me see if we have more chat questions. So we have people that are from different nationalities, for example, American, but they are living in Portugal and were planning to implement here. So this is also a regular question that we have. And of course, nowadays we are world citizens, so it is hard to pinpoint, but you should be fluent in both languages, and you should be implementing your project in Portugal and want to stay here through this process. So just do your application and we will look at your particular case. Let me see if we have 2 projects. As I replied on the chat, you can apply with the 2 projects in 2 different applications, but you can only complete a program using 1 project, right? So if you're selected, you need to choose one to go through with it. Let me see if we have more questions unanswered. Oh, yeah, of course, new mamas, future to be mamas, all the mummies are welcome to this program. This is the whole point, right? We are doing an online facilitating, and we hope that you can join us. And this has the flexibility to meet your needs, because you can do the online program when you are available. So this is actually a good program for new mamas. Right, Liliana?
Exactly right.
Okay. So I want to ask you if no one wants to add anything. Are you all okay? Anything more? No? Yes? Okay. So I want to ask you if we can do a group shot before we close this session. And if you don't want to, please take out your camera, okay? So you don't appear on the screen. And we want, of course, to put it on the social network saying, hello, here we are, this happened, we already have this community being built and all these women interested. And this is a very happy moment for us. So let's do, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, cheese. Is the American way, Penny? No, it is. Okay, so you can maybe open your microphone so we can hear your voices. Oh, Margarida, can you allow them to open, please? And you can show yourself also, Margarida. We need to know who's behind the screen here on the technical side. No? Here she is. Okay, another woman. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, cheese! Cheese! It's okay. We should start to have a tagline for this program, right? What do you propose? Go women go. Something like that. Okay, so go women go. Yeah.
And I just want to make sure before we sign off that everyone knows where to find the application. I assume that a lot of people found this because they're on All Portugal, but just in case you came through the embassy and you don't know where to go for the application, it's All Portugal.
Yes.
AWE Portugal. Portugal.
Yes.
There you go.
.com.
Perfect. Thanks.
Yes, thank you. And also the video, you can upload it also in YouTube, in Vimeo, another platform, or onto your Google Drive, and then send us a link, an open link to see it. It's in whatever way it's easier for you. And I think we need to wrap up and ask you to apply until the 21st of February. Okay. And a big kiss for everyone.
Big kiss. See you soon, hopefully.
And yes, and see you all hopefully in a month or so.
Okay.
Bye.